One shot in that room. Fuck.
KO.
No. Two.
What's up everyone, my name is Arctic and welcome to my very first official Destiny tips and tactics video. Today I'm going to cover some of the basic guidelines to improve your sniping ability. This includes sensitivity settings, map awareness, and making player assessment decisions throughout the course of a game. I want to note and stress that this video is an introduction to sniping and that there are more extensive breakdowns on the way. Now when we talk about sensitivity settings, I think there's a few things to consider, the most important of which is probably to play on a sensitivity that you feel comfortable with. Not that your buddy's playing on, not that some pro player that you know is playing on. What do you feel comfortable with playing with for your sensitivity settings? Get used to it and use that. Generally speaking, lower sensitivity settings lead to a steadier, more controlled shot, but you may have a difficult time tracking opponents that have like sudden changes in directional movement, whether it be vertical or horizontal. Higher sensitivity settings generally mean that you have a much faster target acquisition, but you may have a hard time tracking opponents for those finely tuned shots. Higher sensitivity players also tend to rely on sweeping snapshots when we're talking about sniping, rather than slow, tedious target acquisition and accurate sniping. I don't have any strong recommendations either way, other than playing with what you feel comfortable with. And for those that want to know, I play on the default sensitivity, which is 3, and I actually moved up from 2. Perhaps the most important factor in sniping is map awareness. This includes everything from learning player route patterns to learning the best areas to snipe from on each map, and how to use cover to protect you when you have incoming fire, or you just want to kind of throw people off as you get in different pop shots on them with your snipe. For me, sniping effectively mostly relies on knowing where and when players are going to be in certain positions based on the game type and map that we're playing. So as an example, if you're playing Control, the routes that players run are primarily focused on the shortest distance between capture points. So, you know, if they're going from A to B or B to C or B to A, whatever the case may be, you want to set yourself up in positions to catch those people as they're either coming towards you or moving away from you. Skirmish and clash routes are mostly dependent on team spawns rather than having specific routes, but there are obviously some highly frequented traffic ways that people kind of populate and gravitate towards when you're playing in those type of team deathmatch environments. Most of it revolves around power positions, so those include things like getting a vertical advantage over you, so they're shooting down on you, so you kind of want to look for places like that. And that also is very important with snipers as well, getting that power position. Either way, the most effective way of becoming better at sniping is to frequently run around each and every map and learn as many positions as you can when you're in these positions. The other thing I want to mention with map awareness, and this is oftentimes, this doesn't necessarily go into map awareness, but I'm going to throw it in there anyway, you want to take shots. Take as many shots as you can in different places so you can kind of see how people are going to react. And that gets into my final point, and that's knowing kind of your opponents and understanding player behavior. You should constantly be evaluating where players are going to be. Again, that kind of goes into map awareness, but how they will react once they take damage. So if you shoot someone on a ledge, let's say on Moon, right? They're up on the building at B. You shoot them up there and you snipe them. How are they going to react? They're going to fall down to the ground. They're going to try to get inside. Knowing general patterns that people kind of take and behaviors that they have once they take damage, I think is important when you want to get a finish shot. Now, if you're just doming people left and right with headshots, then again, it's very good to know where they're going to be so you can kind of set up some of those shots in the first place. If you're engaged in a snipe off with someone and you notice that a particular player has just been lighting up your team, you may want to reevaluate how you engage them. Having one-offs with them one-on-one where you guys are sniping each other might not be the best scenario for you. You might consistently die if they have a better shot than you. So you kind of want to play that game of chess where you reposition yourself and you catch them off guard as they're kind of sniping. So evaluating players is very important because it'll help you determine whether or not you can kind of land a shot, and also falls into how players will react. So this is some very basic guidelines and tips. My plan is to show you guys some extensive breakdowns of how I'm playing with the sniper and why I'm making decisions on certain maps and certain game modes here in the future. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like. That really helps me out. Be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss more live action of me doming people or my tips and tactics videos in the future. And until the next time, my brethren, I will catch you all later. Stay frosty.